What does Venice trade at right now, the token?
It's trading at around $12. So depending on whether you look at it like FDV or circulating, it's like somewhere between 500 and 900 million.
Do you have a specific price target?
Yeah, so I actually I've I built a model a couple months ago and I've constantly been iterating on it. And right now they're doing about 6.5 million of annualized burns on the 90 million of revenue.
Mhm.
And the token went from like 2 to 20 earlier this year on all the growth that they had and all the visibility. It pulled back when the market was bad in June, and then pulled back from like 14 to 10 when they announced that they did an equity raise in the beginning of July, where they raised 65 million from Dragonfly and a couple others. And then that brought like up all this scar tissue that people have in crypto. It's like, all right, well, if there's an equity and there's token, are we all going to get robbed? What's going to happen? And I think it was the wrong way to look at it, because here they've been very explicit about wanting to return value to the token. And they've also introduced defined programmatic burns and are introducing new ones over time. So this is actually a really good balance between having an equity entity in place, which you just need to run a company. Like Clarity Act hasn't passed. There's just like certain operational limitations that we've seen. Having like a token only foundation means that you just can't interface with a lot of other companies in the real world. Hyperliquid being fully on chain is kind of like a different example that everyone likes to point to. But
Hmm.
Venice, other than the tokenized compute, it's an off-chain business, not an on-chain business. They're like, most of their users don't even use anything related to crypto, and it's just like this added piece if you want it. So they're doing 6.5 million of annualized burn, but I'm modeling out that in 2027 they're going to get up to 60 million of burn for the year. So that's going to 10x, and that's going to be from growth in the credit purchases, growth in subs, adding new products. So like modeling out what mines could look like, as well as modeling out new burns that they could potentially deliver. From there, I apply a 50x multiple, which like you could say is a lot, or you could say is like potentially conservative for something that's like growing 6x year over year or even faster.